Welcome to episode 5 of Building the Ultimate Garage. Today we've got some really cool upgrades planned for the garage. Before we get into those though, if you missed the last episode where we installed a new garage floor and a new garage door, I'll link to that episode in the description down below. It was a really cool one. Anyways though, today is going to be a really cool day because today we're actually going to be turning the garage into a film studio. For those of you who don't know, I bought a real-life PLP50. What's super cool about the PLP50 though is I need to actually build it. It comes in a bunch of pieces and I need to build the suspension, chuck the motor in, chuck the body on and all of that. And we're gonna be doing all of that live on Twitch, and then I'm gonna be uploading it here on YouTube for you guys. So if you wanna see that, make sure you subscribe because it's gonna be really cool. But all of that is gonna be going on in the garage, and we need to get the garage ready. So let me show you. We've already been doing some work in here, so let me talk you through what we've done. So a couple of weeks ago, my dad came by when I ordered these brand new garage shelves, and we put them together. Before we start turning the actual garage into a film studio, we need a place to put all of the big stuff like wheels and tires, my race ramps, and all of my other stuff that's just really big. Well, we did have an inspector making sure we were building it properly, but got a little bit tired. Those garage shelves actually weren't too difficult to put together, but these were. These are my two workbenches. The reason these workbenches are actually at different heights is one of them is going to be used as a desk where I'm going to have my PC, mouse, keyboard, monitors, and all of that type of stuff. And the other one I'm actually going to put on caster wheels so I can roll it all around the garage and put it wherever I want. It should make building the Peel and live streaming 1,000 times easier. Having workbenches like this is going to make building the Peel P50 so much easier. However, like I said, we're going to be live streaming that, and the way we're going to do it is with a TV and a PC here in the garage. So you might remember a couple of months ago in a previous episode, I think it was episode 3, when we had the electricians here to run a bunch of wires. And this wire, this is an Ethernet cable. I'm going to need to put the end of this cable on so we can actually plug it into the PC. But before we do that, we're actually going to install a TV up on the wall. You might be saying, Nick, have you ever installed a TV on the wall before? Nope. I'm doing some sketchy business. And as you can imagine, things started off smoothly. No! This is impossible. If you can hang a TV on the wall, you can do brain surgery. Fun fact, this was the TV that I actually used to have in my office when I would play like F1 and anything on my wheel. This is actually the TV that I use. But then I got a new TV for the office. I kept this one around and I knew I was gonna use it in the garage. So that's what we're doing today. One thing I did that I thought was super smart is when we had no walls on the garage, I took a bunch of photos of every single stud in here. So I should be able to tell exactly where they all are. 100% using my photos and absolutely no guesswork involved. I drilled into the wall and I nailed it. This is probably how every TV installation's done, if I'm honest. Then I brought out the hand tools to actually get the mount onto the wall, and then I was like, no. Power tools. Power tools is just a way better solution. When it was up, I was pretty happy with myself. Can I just show you how level that is? Yo, no way. No way. My first TV installation ever. I mean, I got my confidence and then very quickly lost it. Okay, it might be a bit high, but that's actually probably good if I'm live streaming. That's the coolest thing. I've never done something so well. All right, so now that the TV's up on the wall, we can now do our Ethernet cable so we can get some internet in here. And then once we've got that done, we can bring the PC in here and make sure everything works. I'm so happy with myself. I've done it. I actually did it. And then after that, it was time to build our Ethernet cable, which again, no. I have no idea what I'm doing. So basically what I did is I stripped the blue cable. Inside of the blue cable, there's like 8 different color wires you have to put into a certain order. However, as I was doing that, I got interrupted. You can see the different color of wires right there. You've got to put them in a very specific order, get the cap of the Ethernet cable on, crimp it all down, and congratulations, if you've got them in the right order, you now have an Ethernet cable. I got an Ethernet! Let's go! Welcome back to another episode of Nick Makes Great Decisions. It's now time to put the PC in. If we're gonna do this properly, we need a mouse pad, and do we have a mouse pad? Let's go! Not gonna lie, I don't actually know if this keyboard or this mouse is gonna work. I found it in the basement. It works! It I'll do that later. Okay, so now that the TV's up on the wall and the PC's up and running, now we can focus on fixing one of the biggest issues in the garage, and that's the crazy echo in here. Like, echo, 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 echo. The echo in this garage has bothered me in every single video I've made, so I'm super excited to be doing this with our friends over at Elgato. Check this out. So our friends over at Elgato sent me these Elgato wave panels. They're really, really cool. They're dual density foam that sticks to your wall, and they help cut down on the echoes. Inside of the package is 6 of these. These are the frames that actually stick to the wall. It comes with all of the mounting solutions, so you don't need to waste time like going to the store to buy anything, which is really awesome. And then this is what the panel looks like itself. It's actually really, really nice. It's super, super thick, and you can see that dual density foam right there. Anyways, the way this is gonna work is we're gonna put some up over there, some up over there, and some up over there. Those ones are gonna need to wait because we need to do a little bit of painting. So today we're just gonna start with those ones. I feel like I should also take this time to remind you, if you do want to check out the Air 12 mousepad that I'm using here, I'll include a link in the description down below, along with all of the Elgato stuff that I'm using in today's video. I'll include all of that stuff in the description down below. Anyways, the way this stuff works is super, super cool. You basically build all of the frames, level them out on your wall, and you stick them to the wall with like the double-sided command tape that comes with all of these sound panels. It makes installation super easy. You might remember a little while ago, I ordered some Amazon sound panels, and when they arrived, I had such a difficult time getting them up. I had to end up painting the entire wall black to hide all of it because none of them were actually squares. And then we had to glue them with like industrial glue foam holder stuff. If you want to soundproof your room, definitely check out the Elgato stuff. They are 1,000 times easier to set up and 100% worth the money, honestly. The wave panels aren't the only thing Elgato sent over. They also sent over 2 boxes filled with a ton of goodies that, again, is going to allow us to stream in here when the PLP50 shows up. So let's do a little bit of unboxing. In box number 1, we've got Elgato partner stuff, and inside of here, very cool. Awesome. Thank you, Elgato. Inside this box is a whole bunch of really, really cool stuff like these. These are Elgato face cams. For those of you who don't know, Elgato actually makes webcams now, and they're super good quality. It's actually the same camera that I use for all of my sim racing stuff. Elgato also makes a whole bunch of really cool attachments. Like this is a wall mount, so I can mount the webcam to the wall. This is a multi-mount accessory, so it has a whole bunch of special arms and stuff that I can include. And this one is a master mount, which basically means it's got a little bit of everything in here, including a desk mount. So I can actually use this to mount to the workbench so we could get all of the cool shots of the PLP50 and close-up action with the new webcam. So thanks, Elgato. So again, before we can start using the garage as a film studio, we do need to do some more cleanup. And one of the things we've got to clean up is the bikes. We've got to get the bikes off of the floor and move them away. So I ordered this really cool bike rack that sits on the wall so we can hang the bikes on the wall, get them out of the way, off the floor. And it just makes the setup a lot easier. Also, as it turns out, I would definitely recommend using the right drill bits, because if you don't, this will happen. Yeah. Oh. It did. Anyways, long story short, I pumped up the bike tires a little bit, got the bikes up onto the wall, and again, we've got a way cleaner setup, and the garage is becoming way more usable and way more of a film studio. One of the other things I got in the mail recently was this. This is going to be my new microphone stand that I can move all around the garage and make it more, again, into a film studio. The way these things actually work is really simple. It's basically 3 legs that go on the floor, kind of like that, and then this goes through the top, like that. Then you basically screw that in, make it a little bit longer because everybody knows that's better. 5 minutes later, we've got a microphone stand, super simple. Basically, my microphone will live up here, the wires will go all the way down, and then I can pick this up, move it all around the garage so I can get the best audio regardless of where I am, which is pretty cool. So I know this might look like the very next clip, however, we've actually fast forwarded nearly 2 months now, and it's finally warm enough to get the cars outside, which means we can finally finish painting up the wall where the old garage door used to be and get some more soundproofing up into place. So we're gonna do that today. So you can actually see on the wall where the old garage door used to be. You might remember it never actually went all the way to the ceiling, so that is what I've got to paint here. so I can put some more of the Elgato wave panels up. So I actually had some paint left over from when we painted the entire garage, gave it a big old shake, painted up the entire wall, gave it a couple of coats, and by the end of it, it was looking super, super good, and you would never know. And we got some more of the Elgato wave panels up, and the garage is so quickly coming together. It's looking so good. I actually had some extra wave panels laying around, so I actually put them on this side of the garage next to the TV, and again, I think it just makes the setup look 1,000 times better. Now that we've got the Elgato wave panels onto the wall, the echo in here is reduced a whole bunch. There's still a little bit of echo in here. It's just kind of the nature of having a big space like this with a whole bunch of hard surfaces. So I've actually ordered some really big custom sound panels for the ceiling to hopefully reduce the echo and make it go away altogether. Unfortunately, we won't have time to do that in this video. They should be here soon and I can get those installed. One of the things we can do today is this, or I should say we've already done, because the other day my dad came into town and we finally finished up painting the window. I never want to paint a window again. It's got to be one of the most annoying things in the world, but the window is now white and looks 1,000 times better. And we've also got all of the trim up now. As you can probably tell, I still actually need to scrape the windows with a razor blade just to clean them up perfectly, and other than that, it should be looking really good. However, that is where we're gonna wrap up this episode of Building the Ultimate Garage and how I turned my garage into a film studio. Thank you so much for coming along with me on my journey as I attempt to build the ultimate garage. Don't forget to check out the AR12 World Tour merch. There's a link in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. See you then. Bye!